Hello, hello, and welcome everyone. This time a real stream. I had like a very short morning stream to show my achievement of rank 1 here for the grind that came like a little bit unexpected. Um anyway, welcome everyone. Hi, I'm Max aka Sneezer. I'm gonna hopefully stream a little bit more and regularly and consistent again. I took a longer break. Like for the last few weeks because I was unhappy with the matter and discussions and honestly opinions of other people. I would have been like super salty and not the way I want to be as a person. And then the only conclusion, since I couldn't like change my behavior, was unfortunately that I took a break. Nevertheless, I am hopefully back and yeah. I feel like the camera is laggy a little bit. I try to give it a higher priority and hope that is fixing the issue in the task manager. 1 second. No, 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 no. Alrighty, I think I hope I fixed the issue a little bit there. Okay, so anyway, this is the reason I took a break, and that's also um, yeah. I wanna be streaming again more. I have still been playing, like I was still holding rank 2 up until the end of the season, but I couldn't like be a positive streamer for a while. This yeah. So what I want to do in a couple minutes, I want to make a small meta talk about state of the game, what I feel like are the sometimes issues at the moment, talk a little bit about power ranking of classes, what builds are good on this specific patch so far, how to play each like kinda a little bit each class, and then we are jamming a few Dooley games, so I can show you how I personally think Dooley is the most consistent and strongest. I do think it's by no means this is the only way that is Dooley viable point, but it's like a way to play Dooley very consistent and get like a lot of 10-win runs in comparison to what the meta has to offer specifically for Dooley at least. I even like made a very small text document, so I'm not forgetting my thoughts here. Um, so yeah, I will just like talk a little bit about it, and then for people that are interested later after the stream can go in the VODs. So I wanna talk a little bit about the meta. Okay, so first things first. One of the main reasons I was like super frustrated with the balancing and the game was that rigged in its form previously existed and was not changed, while everything else was balanced. Rigged was not changed. I think rigged was probably the most dominant and deciding skill in the game, deciding especially in the last patch, like the last 2 weeks up until this patch, outcomes of fights. People understood what they have to do, and then whoever has a rig basically wins because he has a head start, okay? Um, so finally rigged is changed. It's super powerful, it's still good, some builds more, some builds less, but at least it's like a little bit more even out. There's still like sort of the issue that specifically Vanessa has like holsters and probably easier access, but it is at least in the apparel shop for everyone. So even though Vanessa has a slight extra edge finding it, I think it's I mean, it will be who finds holsters, right? Like rigged and holsters are basically the same. So anyway, next thing I want to talk about. I feel like this patch is a little bit better, but last patch was very, very bad in that way. I feel like, and this is why, what like is a something that was like not always this way, at least for me as a specific as a Dooley player. I feel like matchups are very polarizing. I make one example, but it's not like it's for everything the same. There are certain situations where one build will always beat the other build, okay? And one character is beating the other character. And there is nothing that I can do about this. Like I can't beat a solid B build last patch. I can't. Like, right, whether I have a drill or not, it's just like prolonging the inevitable of getting one-shotted, right? So there is like this rock paper scissor game where we're just like coin flipping who is having which build, and it's very little mattering to the degree how well you play and what your positioning and what your choices were, because all you need to do is find a few Bs and properties. Okay, I mean, it's basically still like a little bit the same, but not to the same degree. Okay, since B's got a little bit nerfed. Okay, but it's the same for Ice Club, right? Ice Club is one of these OTK builds. Boom, you're getting Ice Club. Okay, and it's the same for Vanessa. If she has like very early primordial charge thing, and like the friend that gives extra poison, and for all I care, an iceberg, you are out there. Surely the iceberg is the icing on the top. But if that is the comp you're facing as a Dooley player, you're, oh, what? I don't care whether like which core I have and what I do in most cases. Okay, I'm just dead before anything happens. Okay, and it's the same basically on the other hand. If you're not like a very like, let's say you're a Mac player, okay, and you're getting an ignition core on day 2 or day 3, okay, I can tell you whatever you do on Mac, in probably more than 90% of the cases, it doesn't matter. Okay, you're gonna lose there. You're gonna take the L because I have an ignition core and you're too slow. You can't race me, and I scale too fast. Okay, so that is what I mean by that is there are power spikes and there are very polarizing matchups, and the decisions do not matter as much in general. That is like probably always has been and will always be something as a fundamental thing, but it is obviously for me a little bit of a bigger issue because I always want to win, and this system is not giving me the win rates I want to have. Okay, um, and that is like the thing. Let's talk a little bit about the so that is that. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the meta of this patch and what we know so far, and maybe I have been playing quite a bit. Okay, I think like ranking wise, Pick is the strongest, Vanessa is second, Dooley is third, and Mac is the fourth. Though to be fair, Mac here is I want to really watch later what Metal Phoenix is cooking, because Mac is the one hero I'm not like fully confident yet, because I know that he is strong on paper, but he needs very specific situations to be strong. And the question is, I have not seen, figured out, or whatever people do, how to consistently go and find always good, solid options. So why is Pick the strongest? Pick is the strongest because he was like a little bit weaker in the early and mid game because he lacked scaling, and he got so much of scaling happening. He can scale regeneration early. He has like still like bush shields and rope early. So there's a lot of like small scaling stuff that is happening now, and which means he can compete on the first days, and then he instantly power spikes in the mid game with like fitness and drum. And he still has like sort of the option to go for skyscraper builds, heal builds, fixer upper builds. I don't know if these are still like really in the game, but for love of God, I'm happy if they're out. There is the speed runner, that is a new item that is like charging crazy. There's like a little bit of combo potential with yo-yo and speedrunner. So Pygmalion has like a super big set of very good cards. It's really hard not to find anything. Pygmalion was always a late game king, so you know you're not so worried if it goes to the late game anyway. And then if you find your build, you find your early drum, your early 28 think fitness hour thing, you're like steamrolling everyone, because those things are super strong in the mid game, and probably you can find enough pieces to make it work in the late game. Why is Vanessa second? I think technically Vanessa is second best hero because she has holsters in Clamera, and this means she has like basically rigged and head starts, and then she has like elemental charge thing. She has like Keg. In the mid game, Arbalast is probably super underrated in case people are missing it. It's not like winning you past day 10, but if you have like a golden air ballast on day 5, 6, 7, you're gonna go there, right? I don't think the nerf to the shot glasses is like significantly enough to talk about because there are holsters anyway, okay? So that's half a second difference. So I don't think it's a big thing. And bunch of weapons were always good on Vanessa's with holsters, so that hasn't changed the slightest. Dooley is probably still struggling. Like I know I will talk about it in a second. Why I still play him and stuff. But I think the issue with Dooley is you have like very few cards that are actually good. You need to find always the, let's say, 5 good cards, and then there's like slight variations for different builds, and you can try to make a cybersecurity work. Sure, you can sometimes play a Dualtron, though I don't like going for Dualtron. It's like not a consistent line in my book, but that's preferences. It's still like fair build. But the issue is you cannot guarantee finding a Dualtron. And when you cannot guarantee finding a Dualtron, I don't like setting up for the Dualtron, okay? That is my playstyle. Like I don't wanna I wanna get into the risk of bricking. So for me, it's always Ignition Core, Tempo King. I have had like in the last like week and also on this patch, more success with the core than the weaponized core. I changed my positioning there a little bit. I was always weaponized core in favor early last patch. Late last patch, I was more into combo the core builds and tried to go with freeze and um like the skill that lets your damage scale on freeze and stuff. So that is my backup plan. But what I do is I play Ignition Core, Tempo King, and I will show you a few builds that are all more or less doing exactly the same. I think the reason why Dooley has at the moment a niche is people are still trying to figure out stuff. The moment people are done figuring out stuff, I do think the win rate and the chances of getting 10 wins on Dooley are decreasing significantly because it's really hard to win in the late game on Dooley still. Like the issue hasn't changed at all. So why I did though play Dooley is because I'm like super familiar with Dooley. So I do enjoy playing Dooley. Second of all, I think Dooley is like on the race, like getting consistently 7 wins, being like fast, being like, you know, winning significantly enough to climb at least. Not 10 wins, but to climb. I think Dooley is top notch. Mac is in a position where he has on paper a few very good builds, but I feel like, and that is like the last hero, I have a hard time setting it up, okay? If you go with a new expansion pack, you have like technically on paper really good boards, but I often have like an issue seeing how you transition into this and how you make it consistently work. But yeah, Mac is like a special case. I can at least say when I see a mag, I'm always happy because I feel like, well, this one is easy winnable. And when I see a pick, I'm always like, oh, please, for the love of God, be not a good build. So, that is what I wanted to talk a little bit about. You know, my ideas on how I view at the moment the game. I I still have like decently fun. When Dooley starts to becoming less strong and less consistent for the 10 wins, because the predominant builds will be probably from more likely Pig and then a little bit Vanessa. We're gonna play also more Pig. Like I don't mind the speedrunner build in drums is fine to play, but it's like a little bit straightforward. Oh, I also forgot the new card. I forgot the name. The Dualtron Light, the mini railgun that for friends that Vanessa has. It's also really strong. It has a few power spikes, and then it's falling off, but it's generally it's really strong. Tortuga, yes, Tortuga. I miss just like talking that is also a build that Vanessa has easily access to. Alrighty, that is what I wanted to talk a little bit about this. I'm happy that Rigged is nerfed. Like that was like the main thing I was like really tilted about. Um, and hopefully we will get a little bit of balancing happening and improvement for Dooley. Like making like Alpha Rail a bit more usable, making like a few more cards usable would be amazing. So I want to catch up with chat and then I will finish this run and I want to like look a little bit on the rating. because I feel like this changed a little bit, right? That was normally a number that was like showing our legend points. Um, and yeah. So first of all, York, thank you so much for the subscription. Thank you for the 4 months of support. Greatly appreciated. Sorry for me being a little bit gone, but here we are, and yeah, thank you so much. Do you think about the hotfix? Yeah, I don't understand why the hotfix was not the main patch. Okay, like it was very clear, obviously, that Rick like let's just like ignore the elephant in the room about like what happened there on specific items, right? But let's talk about that like obvious items like Rick and Rust, like they were like overpowered for months. They have haunted us even more and more in the last, I would say, weeks. Like Femur, like what was it, like smelling salt, I think got specifically for Rust changed, okay? So it was like plain obviously power spiking into strong. And I was really frustrated that that was not addressed in the main patch. The reason I didn't stream when the main patch went live, because I saw the patch notes and I was tilted. Okay, I saw the patch notes and I was like, you have to be kidding me. So I was like, yep, we're not. I'm not gonna stream because I would be like hostile. Um. So yeah. Anyway, um, I'm happy that now Rigged is nerfed, man. That is the one thing that I'm like, oh, did you try Go Monitor Lizard with Companion Core? That should be super strong now when Pig was nerfed. I have not played it. I think, yeah. I mean, it's like, uh, I don't think it's as strong as the Ignition Core setup. Can you show your history? I mean, there is unfortunately no match history. I would love to show you. So 10 wins consistently. I think the question is here consistently, okay? Like consistently as in Pig, like, I don't know, 9 out of 10 games or 8 out of 10 games. Nope, you're not getting that on Dooley. Consistently as in half the time you're getting 7 wins and half the time you're getting 10 wins, or like 7 plus but not 10, and the other time 10. I think that consistently is possible, but only for the next week. As soon as people figure out what they want to do, I don't think so. And hello, Keto, welcome. Yeah, the stats are screwed though. The issue with the stats is that was like a conceding matter in the first rating system we ever had. So the stats here, they are not accurate, okay? And different pitches have like different iterations. Like even like last patch, okay? The first two weeks of the patch when the bugs were OP, I probably had like, I'm not kidding, like 95, probably 10 wins at least. Probably even higher, okay? Um, and the second half of the patch, I already had like probably only 60 or 70%, maybe 80. So that was like already a huge difference, huge. And so there is like always shifts. Yeah, I also would like season things. Okay, I will go through a few dually games in just a bit. General idea is you are forcing ignition. Okay, you're forcing burn. You're forcing ignition core. You're forcing burns. You're going gold skills, and you're playing as high roll as possible. Okay, you're playing Tempo King, and now you're playing not only Tempo King, you're playing the high roll Tempo King. That means you're clicking every random skill that you can get, like every crate, in the hopes to find broken stuff. Okay, that is what you do. You're gonna go and click every lost crate for a skill, because the only way you're actually winning is if you high roll. You're not winning by not high rolling, okay? So for that reason, go for the high roll lines. And hope you're getting rewarded. And if not, well, that's the one run you're not winning. Okay, that's your 7-win run. GG. Next. What's your next plan if you don't hit ignition core? Randomly, let's don't talk the tell the to the devs. It's really hard not to get an ignition core if you set up for it. The game is like seeing you have a little bit of burn, and then it offers you the ignition core. At least it feels to me that way. I cannot remember. Like, let's say I played like probably 60 games, 70 games in the last days. If I had to guess here. I have no idea how many games I played, okay? But like I played a lot. I have maybe 1 or 2 non-ignition core games. So for some reason I get like my ignition core. I don't mind, but there will be already a huge nerf to Snazer if he doesn't get his ignition core. Anyway, then you play ignition core Tempo King and you hope you're getting away. This is where we are. We have not like really good items. Like my items quality here is absolute mediocre, but I get carried by a small refresh and a little bit by Heat Lover, which gives me the needed defensive lines because I'm a little bit slow here. Like this and this needs to be changed immediately, and then probably this and higher rarity of this. We're passing by. It's a drill game. Because I never found anything else anyway. Alrighty, this is where we are, and I have to familiarize with the game. It's like a few hours ago that I played this run, before I went somewhere not on the flow yet. Just like looking for a little bit of stuff, selling stuff, buying stuff, going around. Oh, we're spinning wheels for sure. Andy is fine, but spinning wheels is fun. Is Dooley still a one drill pony? Like, I think this patch you're playing, like, since the hotfix, okay? You're playing less drill. Like, quite significantly less drill, I would say. But, yeah. I mean, you're still sometimes drill. Here, I even, like, if I get, like, an Andy, okay? And Andy is offering me my top S tier small items, we're benching the drill, at least for now. Not saying we're not drilling, but we're benching the drill. And put it in the stash. But for now, I don't have like I never found the high quality small items. Okay, like GPU, Firefly, Metronome. We never saw a rocket launcher this game. Like I didn't see a rocket launcher this game. We always enchant the core. Heal and shield are the best. Haste is one of the worst. I think this is heavy. Oh, it's also pretty bad. Ooh. Let's see if we're getting carried. Already have this. We are rich. Ooh. I mean, both of them are crazily good, right? But one of them is one thing away from greatness, so I go with the greatness. They announced another hotfix coming in 44 minutes. Okay. Interesting. Let me check for a second. So how you doing today? I'm doing fine. I'm like a lot better mental state wise and game state wise since the hotfix. I'm so happy they changed Richt, okay? I mean, I have stated that. I think Richt has haunted me so much in the last few days. Or like weeks. Yeah, I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna stream for a few hours this evening, though. Last night, as you may know, I haven't slept. Let me check on the Discord for a second. I'm also coughing a little bit. Sorry for that. Server maintenance. Okay, so they will turn down the servers for a little bit. Okay, yeah, that's We do a small break and talk a little bit about stuff for all I care. I don't want to stop the stream. I just want to get consistently my stream running again. 2 haste procs versus an Uzi. That's the world we're living in. So the Uzi is not contributing for the drill, which makes the Uzi a lot worse. Like last patch, like even before the drill nerf, you want to not have red items with the drill, okay? You want to have all items drill procs. But this, let's go like this. People keep talking about Tortuga, but I haven't seen anyone win with it. I mean, you're probably playing then a Pygmalion, and you're probably like, yeah, I play drums, I'm better. Fair enough. I can tell you from a Dooley perspective, I have lost to my fair share of Tortugas, okay? I'm not saying I have lost to all of them, but I have lost to definitely the fair share of Tortugas. Super Suspense Man, thank you so much. Glad you're streaming again. Yeah, thank you. I'm also honestly, I missed streaming. I did. So we found a pretty good Mac. So yeah, you have this full stuff ready here. You are in a good spot, right? Like this converter here is top notch, right? Well, pretty good. Half a level is better than small items. Let's try to go for skills, preferably, or premium shop. Let's have a premium shop. Need to be a little bit careful on the money. Well, we have to stop here. I want to buy this for the skill, for the vehicle skills. Not really. I haven't liked it that much lately. Always dually skills here. Gonna roll for upping the core. Taking overclocked instead. Think we are easily racing this guy. So, I mean, I have been playing Ignition Core 90, probably 90% or more on this patch. And I think it is by far the strongest dually build, okay? I'm not gonna say it's the strongest build in the game, that's clearly wrong. But it's, for me, the fastest winning, strongest dually build we are having available to us, so... Need to stop early, we don't have a lot of money. Yeah, Sneezer is hopefully back streaming again. He really will try to stream very consistently again. Thank you so much, Suspenseman, for the cheer, and also thanks again for the resub. Thank you so much, and welcome. What's the ideal board for the ignition core? So you have your ignition core on the right. Obviously, you have a whatever shiny ignition core or heal or shield. I probably would like to ideal is not like the board you have consistently, okay? So there's like two different things, right? Obviously, I want to have a mantis here. I want to have a firefly here. I want to have a slow enchanted metro here. I want to have a drill next to it. And then I probably have on the right side here fiber optics and coolant. Oh, obviously diamond. Okay, that would be probably still the S tier build, but like it's not the consistent. Okay, I mean that ain't happening often. So basically, what you want to have is you have an ignition core. You sometimes have an omega ray, and then you have often this one, this one, this one, this one, and then you have like small items like metronome, firefly, Uzis, rocket launchers, fiber optics. Those are some of the items I think are the ones you're looking for that you have like reasonable access to. I don't think I have like I do run ever the blue beetle. I think the blue beetle is gone. We'll see. We'll see. One is turbo one of the worst because you're already having quite a few haste options available to you, okay? Like, Dooley is not struggling with haste. You have, like, GPU, you have Yellow Mantis, you have Aiden, you have a bomb squad. Haste is, you have it. You have a metronome, okay? Haste is, like, not fully solved, but have a lot of haste, okay? So haste is not your big issue. Haste is not contributing a lot to your sustainability. Haste is also not contributing a lot to killing your opponent faster because you're already having like a lot of haste going more or less in any way, right? So haste is definitely next to let's say crit, probably the worst I can think of. Speaking of, haste and stuff. So that is why haste is like really bad. Heal and shield are the ones that give you enough time against bursty builds to win because the thing you're like so you're not beating the very good Pygmalions. You're not. You're like you can just like hold your hands up and you'd be like, yep, I'm dead, okay? So they aren't ain't beatable. But if you have like a really strong start, you can actually and you have heal and or shield, you can beat a lot more of the aggro, Vanessa, and Max, and for like your dualies. So heal and shield is probably the best you can go. Like I would even take it over icy if I have my cherry picking. It's too late. Rocket launcher is still like not fast enough. Yeah, pulse rifle, I'm not even picking it up early because I know already on day 2 and day 3 I will have more than one friend. I don't know about this metro. Really like this. Yeah, like, but I like heal like last, like before the heal change. Okay, like I think like even like in the last patch before the heal change, I think heal and shield were still like my most favorite like enchants. It does not necessarily have to do with the situation there. Also, I do think femur is just like not beatable. Okay, like femur is the caltrops of a Mac. Like it's the one build that is like clearly not winnable for us. Nothing matters there. Since I will force a drill anyway, we can shield enchant the drill here. We don't have to take the already heavy enchant away. Though if I could, rearrange my enchants, I would definitely put this one like the heavy on the metro and the shield on the core. But unfortunately, the order of items and situations were not this way available to us. We will see. We had our 7 wins already, so for that reason we are in a fine position. But I don't feel like too hopeful for 10 wins here. I think the um I don't know, like if I get like really fast a skill that says freeze on haste, we are start of combat chilling touch, and then we may win. But if that is not the case, I don't feel. Was that femur lifesteal potion? Yes, that's like our kryptonite, or basically like we cannot really beat that. I don't see a world where Dooley beats that consistently. Well, this took an interesting turn of events. So if we're ever getting our early freeze, we are in a prime position now, okay? Because warm hugs means we're not only triggering, like we're not charging only for the burn, we're also charging for the haste, okay? So, well, we are okay-ish in a position. So these hits look a little bit too much for us. Okay, well, polarizing matchups, okay? I mean, this is what I mean in the intro, okay? You can just like, I mean, opponents sometimes deserve to win, so fair enough. Someone will tell me probably in chat, but Snazer, what about that? But um, like this polarizing matchup means just like we're sometimes playing coin flipping because there is a femur and you're losing as a dually turret. It's like the same as caltrops. So we're not seeing our points anymore. We were like seeing our points here, right? But unless I do not get any points for 7 wins, this means we are not seeing our points anymore, which is like a little bit sad because now you like before we at least could like compare to each other while talking, like to the top ranked players where the break points are on the ladder for climbing, and this is like not happening anymore. Anyway, let's try to sneak in a game, right? Like I don't know when the server downtime is. Do I have like enough time? Half an hour. Okay, like we're half an hour. Final Flame, we're looking for the rocket launcher, high roll. This is like a solid option. It's like 3 gold in loot, but I want to have like my first run on the rocket launcher. Like I would take a friend. Um, so 10-11 is 55 damage here on this. This has to be enough. We're like saving our money potentially still for the rocket launcher, but now we'll also be able to beat the Viper in case we want to. I prefer Banana Ball here for the high roll skill. Like we're playing still like for the high roll options. Okay, we're not playing for consistent lines. We're playing for what is the highest high roll that we can get. I mean, I would still go for the Pyro because I think a Lighter here is already better than a Firefly, but generally speaking, um, I go for the high roll option and not for, oh, a Fang is like fine and decent and average and stuff. I think I want to not stop the stream. I'll make myself a coffee, a nice small coffee, and then we can talk a little bit and hopefully have a way to bridge the time and it's not 2 hours. And Space Bunny was just like conveniently giving them more time than they actually need for whatever they want to put out. So we're taking the L on day 1 here, most likely. But it was not worth to go for Midsworth. I think we were looking for medium items and weapons. So money is the better option there because we were like low on money due to the gold start. And then we're obviously taking our friend here. Our furry event for the leveling. I think that has also priority. Sometimes you'll lose day 1, okay? Like that is like priced in probably for like here. And like if we don't have a rocket launcher here, we are probably not winning anyway, okay? Like that's just not it. That's not how it works. So I'm happy with the lines. In hindsight, obviously I took looking for any skill that helps us winning the Boreal fight, right hand, left hand, or more burn. Weapons is premium. We have now all the money in the world. We're gonna buy the drill. Like, it's a good question. Okay, let's talk a little bit about stuff here. So pulse rifle. I think since it's not a gold skill, we're not winning with a pulse rifle against the warrior, so we don't need to fight like make this like. I would buy this if I knew I would for sure now with it beat the warrior. I think a 1 XP is worth it. So yeah, we're just buying the drill for the future. Got a little bit hard screwed here. Not seeing like our rocket launcher. This though helps us quite a bit because now we're having another XP node, which means we don't have to fight the Boreal in the first place. I just like probably want to fight the crab. Could also fight here, but let's go with the crab. So all good. Price is averted. Cav also is like a bad shop early on. Like Cav has only good items past, let's say, day 5, when you can like get like nice high roll on a shield enchanted items you actually want. And yeah, we're still like rolling through. Like I'm not scared at all here. It's like solid to transform. And then the Mandala event. 5 region is probably better than Akina. And I don't like Curio. I'm just taking the L in case I need to, but I don't think we are like losing here. Like I know this like looks sketchy with like only half a board, but we're getting our ignition core and then we are in a fine position, right? I want to greet the feather. He also did not win day 1, which is like at least halfway a good sign. Do you like Boreal and Mountain Pass change? Mm, not particular, but I also don't mind too much. So let's talk about this. I think it's 2 different things, okay? I feel like the Boreal change is the like worst change for Dooley because it makes it a little bit harder to just get the consistent day day 2, level 3, right? And that is like something that I think Dooley has, like, obviously for the core reasons, the hardest suffer on. So for that reason, not particular. But then also, I have not had the biggest struggle, at least, um, winning against him. But sometimes it's like what I don't like is the crit potential there. Okay, let's be real. I feel like it is. It would be fine if there was no crit there, because then you can at least guarantee it. But since there's like a 30% crit, it's like really hard to be so strong that you don't like can ignore the crit. At least for Dooley specifically. I'm like not fully happy with that, okay? But it's okay. It's okay. I think like generally speaking, let's not make it too much about Warrior. I think the focus that the PvE fights are stronger. I like it. I think everything that involves more skill and thoroughly thought and intuition about the game, and therefore implies skill to know which fight to go for and what reason. I think that is something I do prefer having in the game. So I like the changes there. Mountain Pass event. I think that's a little bit contrary, okay? And the reason why this is contrary is because basically what they did is like they took away a little bit of options. Oof. I think we have to like get like a little bit of a board here, okay? Like I would like to upgrade stuff, but I have to get a board. So for that reason, I find these items. You cannot make me. For that reason, I don't like it because now like there was like skill involved when to take a risk and when not. But also, it's not the end of the world. The mount has changed for me. Okay, like I I don't have like that strong of a feeling towards it, to be honest. Corsair is like really hard fight. You need to you need to be like I tried him a few times and I beat him a few times, but like I know what I need in order to beat him. Okay, I think I'm like fully aware on that. But yes, Corsair is he's gonna make your life hard. Hello, Tulkas, welcome, welcome. I'm tilted beyond belief. Why? I'm the quite the opposite. I have been tilted for the last week, so you know, um, I'm untilted now. Taking a nice skill. I don't think it's worth to go here. For the drill, we will find a B1, B2. This guy is also like super strong. Without like, let's say, Aiden and a little bit more, we're not beating this here. Like if you have like though a little bit of healing and Aiden stuff, you're fine the way that heal works now. But yeah, we're not beating that. Rocker Flackout, thank you so much for the support here. Thank you for the resubscription. Thank you for your 3 months of support. You say, yo, might have missed the meta talk about, man, I do hate it right now. Haven't played for like 3 weeks. I mean, it's like, like, the biggest issue I had, like, the by far biggest issue was rigged, okay? So I'm happy that rigged is gone, okay? Like, it's not gone, it's still haunting you, but it's not haunting you on the same level. So for that reason, um, you know, I'm I'm chill now. Hmm. This looks reasonable. Hmm. So what to upgrade here first? Man, many targets. This is a good target, this is a good target, this is a good target. We will have time for the drill, right? We will have time for the drill. I mean, this is also a fine target. It's not a permanent thing on the board. That's like good for the next fight specifically, though. Run it for like 1 or 2 days, though. Um, this has to be the one that is probably the first one that needs it the most. Like the 2 second matters probably most here. Hmm. Metal Phoenix, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome everyone. I will catch your VOD after the stream. I promise. I'm really like interesting to see how you make Mac work. Like it's the one hero that is like the most blur on how to actually make it work. I know that he has like this and that build, but the issue for me is to see how you are getting to that build. Oh yeah, thank you so much for the shout out to Phoenix. Yeah, I kind of missed that a little bit, but that was not ill intentioned. Phoenix sent me a funny screenshot. That's a screenshot. You have a bunch of skills. I mean, am I buying 10 damage for 5 gold here? Well, my bank account tells me okay. It was like probably one of the skills I didn't want to see there. But, you know, it is what it is. So, same situation, B1, B2. Let's say the drill is now important. Not like over leveled here, unfortunately. We're like sometimes you can like get over leveled with like a little bit of fight RNG and mountain passes. I had to guess we are fine here, but there is like a shiny alpha ray, so what do I know? No, we're so back here. Alrighty. All is not having on day 6 the stuff we want. Ooh. Okay. Call me interested here. Also, like not fun fact, but like something to consider. Okay, it is even more important these days to have money around. Okay, don't like even we're taking the gold skill start. Okay, and no income. Be aware that you always have money for those extra events because that event can also happen for burn items. So you always want to have like 20 gold at least easily available to you. Like at least if you somehow can justify that. Man, the game has to be. Don't want to give me my defense crit or my conflagration, huh? I mean, 5 crit is way too good to pass, but was not the thing I had in mind mainly there. I think this is like a very just as a like rule of thumb, okay, from an intuition base, okay. This is like average at best, like a little bit below average Dooley board for what we're doing, okay. So for those who was wondering how to play Dooley and what the average board looks for me, this is probably as good as the average goes. This is straight up as average as it gets. Like there's nothing special. There's a bronze plasma grenade. There is like just a silver drill because we never saw the rocket launcher early. Like I would have banished the drill and played the rocket launcher on the right here if I ever saw a rocket launcher, but we missed on the rocket launcher if you remember. Um, and yeah, so we are not like really strong here, but we're passing by, right? Like we're still cruising. We only lost day one. Hmm. Need to start saving money. He said when he went to the third grandmaster, and the are you well um are you not using the drill to charge the red bug? I don't know if the drill already is like going that much faster than the GPU. Let's see. I mean, maybe you're correct now since we have like a little bit more of stuff there. Like, sure. I like the drill is still like not drilling like really fast. Fair enough. I'm like slowed here, so not fair comparison. But like I'm not saying that you're wrong there. By the way, I'm just saying it was like not. Yeah, okay. You're correct. I'm wrong. Um, so yeah. So other patch notes. Oh right, not yet. We wanted to get money running. I said. So let's do that. Okay, so good news for me. That was just 1 minute ago message on the Discord that says, "Hey friends, we do not need we do need to push back the maintenance window a bit. We will keep you updated when we are closer to being ready. So we have more time to play this game, which like I do like. Like I didn't plan for making a break this fast. Honestly, don't need the Aegis anymore. Hmm. What did you take if burn core isn't offered? So first thing first, you can kind of force the burn core, okay? Like if you have like a lot of burn items, I think the game is like at the moment giving you always a burn core. So go for burn skills and burn stuff to get like ignition core. I think it's by far the best, most at least most consistent core. Okay, backup plan is the core, and go with shatter and freezes, and hope you're getting there. But yeah, I don't know. We have 51 gold all of a sudden, so we can go shopping again. Call me intrigued. Hmm. Like I don't know if they like I don't know how the other cores are like specifically enough to say with the like full heartly conviction, well, don't play any other core, okay? I can just tell you that I have seen other people play the game like over the last weeks, but also yesterday when I was like jamming games left and right, okay? So and I have faced people on the other side, I've watched streamers. Um I have not seen any indicators or reason why you would not always pick an ignition core and want to go with the ignition core. So for all I care, I think it's always an ignition core, and it's by far the strongest. And this is basically the best setup you can have on Dooley. But that is a also a me take, which I will defend, and I think have good arguments here, and quite decent success, right? But it's still in the end a me take. Are we at the stage of the game where we're already cheesing with like relax? I mean, a Mitzworth is not like the S tier. He will show me a lot of large items I don't want. And Kinar is the same. She shows me a lot of items I don't want. Vanessa, on the other hand, will get rerolled for holsters and Clamera. But definitely want to run the coolant here. The question is which item is out for the coolant. It's either the GPU, but it does like a very, very nice work of hasting the core specifically, or it's like one of the other ones here. But I like this package. So, and it can also be the isochoric freezer. Okay, let's say this is definitely better, and then this is the discussion, okay? Um, and in the end, 2 seconds of freeze on their core is the best outcome for us, right? And here we have on the other side a guaranteed always 2 seconds of charge on, right? So basically we're charging our core for 2 seconds, or we're freezing their core for 2 seconds, which is like kind of stat-wise the same, but this is not guaranteed on their core and this is guaranteed on my core. So good talk. I don't know what, like, if he is like, getting there. If I had to guess, not. Hmm. I wanted to make myself a coffee in like in the break, like in a few minutes. I'm out of coffee, and for the usual suspects that are more often here and know me, know that coffee is like really important for me. It's always Simon. At worst, it's most of the time a core upgrade. At best, it's something else. Well, that's fine. That's fine. I'm scared of day two without a guaranteed core. I mean, here's the honest answer. Most of the time, you have like a core, okay? And if not, let's hope you have like a rocket launcher and decent skills. Or like a golden right hand and a pulse rifle at least. Something on the lines, right? Like a golden right hand and a pulse rifle can carry you to day one and day two. And if I have a golden right hand, I will also buy a pulse rifle to carry me if I don't see the rocket launcher. But yes, sometimes, it's bad, but I have to be honest, I don't have that many bad games. Like where I completely break out. Like I don't know, I'm not breaking that often, fortunately. I also think Power Center is not a good item. On XP, we're not leveling, but it's a future investment, or we go shopping. Say a future investment seems pretty reasonable to me. So now life is also a little bit different on this angle here, okay? Like, first of all, it's Vanessa, and second of all, I have letting off steam, so I have a GPU. How do I make my coffee? I have a small espresso cooker, like you know them. You can sometimes put them on the stove, and I have like electrical espresso cooker where I can like make 3 or 6 espresso at the time. Oof, that is hard looping stuff. Ah, the rigged and the holsters, man, the rigged and the holsters. See, like we died here from the poisons, but and that's the reason why I think like Vanessa is like still like like okay, fair enough. There is a rigged. Okay, let's not talk about that. But like holsters and rigged, and probably rigged trigger being triggered early from the holsters, right? That is the stuff that why like we lost this fight. Okay, my opponent just got the rigged head start, and then we lost. Like if we had like a fair game where everyone is like sort of starting at the same time, I think we would have won here. It was like 1 second difference, and if we have like 1 more second to also ramp up our shield output as well as um more burn on them, we would have won here easily. It's fine. I want to go and be salty again, but that is what happened here. Just for those who missed it. That's the reason why I'm so happy that rigged at least is changed. I mean, small room for improvement there on the holsters, but well, I'll buy the thrusters just in case. Sure, we are, I think, are in a very luxury position here money wise. And we're getting one shotted sometimes by the property barren there, and I don't think we having enough permafreeze even remotely or enough slow or killing fast enough. I mean, there's also like me being like always coughing around. It annoys me a little bit, especially for streaming, but it is what it is, right? It's a high Tortuga, but no first start, right? Like no fast start, and then slowed, and we're shielding. So I think we're getting away here. Ooh, that's a big crit though. Okay, it was a lot closer than I thought. Okay, it was a lot closer than I thought. And since we were like super low, the shield would not carry it against the poison that went there. It was a close fight. It has to be a core upgrade here. So, do I think I can get anything really valuable from Curio? A bit of extra slow for the drill. Or I can look at a random diamond small item. Yeah, I mean, extra slow is better, right? Let's not kid ourselves, and the rest is just like cosmetics. Hmm. Look, if I upgrade one more time the drill, we are actually already at 10-second mark again. So I think like the drill nerf people were like, drill is dead, okay? And I have to be honest there. I disagree, okay? Like drill needs a little bit more setup and a little bit more love and CTR and upgrades, and it's not like a self, you know, driving situation. But I don't think like drill is unplayable. I mean, it was never like a win on day 3 instantly, but anyway. I think drill is like the drill adjustment. I even as a Dooley player, I don't mind. Okay, buff a little bit of other items, please, in the long run, but it's fine. Hmm. So who gets a CDR? Did the drill or the core? I think we invested enough in the drill. On the other hand, hmm, who knows? Let's invest into the drill. Why not? Not the way they did your poor speed gym. Yeah, that was like I don't know, like right. Sometimes they're just like, okay, hit it hard, right? Like it was like whatever, like I think Rarish said it pretty fair, right? whatever the gym was before this patch, I think was sort of fine. I mean, to be fair, there's the speedrunner situation that you need to account for. But general speaking, we're not winning this, right? Like, no, we win this. Holy smokes, why did we win this? Oh, no, no skill there. Oh no, it's there hardly working. It's just like silver. Shield enchant for the win there for sure. So that's like my average Dooley game. Um, by the way, is actually the music fine for you guys? Yeah, it's there. Okay. A little bit sad that we're not getting our legend points anymore. I think it was a neat feature, at least to see the legend points there. Which also like I'm also like a little bit interested whether um how the changes are for legend, okay? Like they gave us changes for the climb, right? Like you're getting like 3 points, 2 points at this win and that win, right? But how is it for legend? I don't know. And since we are not seeing legend points, I think no one knows. So it's never like a shield skill, it's always a crit one. This one has a little bit more future potential because most of the time, especially past day 5, you don't have like rocket launchers anymore. And the only weapon you have is either a drill or none. So, or like an Uzi or whatever. Like so this is like crit on all your burn items. This though has the upside of you can like put it on the rocket launcher. And then you may win a little bit more on day 1 and 2. And I like winning day 1 and day 2 a little bit more. Not saying we're winning, it's just like we're winning a little bit more. Man, I don't like Chem Snail. I think it's a lost cause. Is skill start the best on Dooley? I am telling you yes. Other people will tell you no, but I think they are wrong and I'm right. So yes. It is by far like the best option. Like it's not even close. I think it's not debatable. Like it wasn't even close on the last patch, honestly. Like I think like even on the last patch, when people were telling you you should not go for the skills, they were wrong. But I think on this patch the debate is even uh it's even less, okay? It's so yeah, it's always a gold skill. Question. Option A. We're gonna say we're seeing 3 bad items here. We're not re-rolling for money. And then Quixel is like absolutely a tragic and bad situation. And we are winning sometimes with an upgraded rocket launcher that crits half the time, okay? So option A. Option B, we're saying there is our Aiden. We need our Aiden to win, and we're poisoning and doing stuff in Aiden and for the win. Also, we need a friend for the furry event. So, you know, furry event Aiden, in For All I Care Firefly, or upping the rocket launcher. My intuition tells me Quixel is scamming you like no one else. So, yeah. Want to put the crit here on the rocket launcher? Sure. Like the rest not, but crit is fine. What are your thoughts on the devs making Pick Giga strong after he was already the best hero in the game? Well, you're also the wrong person here. I'm a Dooley main. Are we getting one more hit in before he is gonna go and screw us over? Crit, crit, crit. No crit. There was no crit in the last hit. I was screwed. But I think a few more crits and we could have won there. Let's look at the stats to complain. So 9 times 3 is 27, I think. Crit a little bit. It was not winnable. I think that's a summary there. We need a friend. Crypto is a little bit risky in this situation. More burn is perfect. And we go for weapons. Uzi is fine. We are rolling. So we will have an interesting discussion about warrior fight. So we have basically against a warrior fight in this situation exactly 14 seconds, okay? We know that. And warrior has 460 or 80. 480 or 460 health. What is the number there? Let me check. Like with the shield. By the time we're dead. 480, okay? So let's say 500. So we need to make like close to 500 damage. By the time that we are dying, which is like 14-second mark here. So this is like 15 burn, and then we get one shot and we're dying. Like we're not even getting the second and third multicast because we don't have a haste. Oh, we do have CDR. Wait. So we're getting our second like hits in, which means we're doing like 36 more. And maybe luckily burn proc. But it's like 15 seconds, that's 100. And this is like 15 burn. And 50 burn is a lot, but that's not enough. Yeah, we're not beating that. Let's finish the discussion here. Like we're having like four or five burn too few on this rocket launcher here. And the crit skill is not compensating for it. Like not guaranteed. We still take the XP options here because we can't allow ourselves to fall too far behind on the leveling. Are we winning here? I don't know. My opponent isn't doing anything, maybe. But we're also not doing a lot. Let's be honest here. We're just doodling around. I mean, he has Lumbers, but he has at least no defenses. Okay, we're not. Okay, we're winning. Son, we're winning. We are winning. Man, those were crits. I can smell the crits here. Yes. Those were crits. Wait. Did I crit 2 out of 3? Well, surely. So, chocolate, chocolate. Full gold, full gold. Are we winning against this guy? I do think so. Consistent lines on Dooley. Basically, like if the stream ends, watch the last run or this run. We're doing like literally every run 95% the same, and only have like slight variations in like one or two items most of the time, or rocket launcher or not rocket launcher, whether we found it early or not. Like it's always a high roll line for the skill. Always a high roll line for the skill. This is an interesting thing. I need like I like 5 region here. I like it a lot, but I need to fill a board. And this thing already is like not sparking joy. Let's be honest there. Hmm. Are we just buying a chem snail? I think we're just buying a chem snail. I don't want to lose a fight here. I don't have to. Okay. Next question. Do I write like a defense grid here? Like I like picking defense grids if I feel like I'm guaranteed to win. Because I think like in the long run, defense grid has more like future potential, strength potential over let's say left hand or right hand on let's say day 8 or 12. But here I don't feel like I have like a good starting skill, and I just bought a chem snail and I run a Hamlet, so I think I need to roll for better. That ain't better. But it's also not worse, to be fair. I mean, we leveled appropriately, and we took gold chocolate. So, like health difference is substantial here. That's a grenade. That's always scary. Oh, no crit though on the grenade. Well, that is not winning you, sir. 2 times not a crit. Yeah, well, if you would have critted like twice, we would have lost here. This is like an absolute premium shop. Like to go for small items, but no money, no stash, nothing. Which is still like fine. I don't want to complain. Like, I think we did fine here on the shopping. Normally I like the Uzi, but against Hydro Dude I don't like the Uzi here. The reason is we're like probably doing more damage to ourselves than to him with the Uzi, which means we're just like putting like another haste proc on the board for the drill and a little bit of burn. It's a little better for us. I know that he's not as strong anymore, but still like not risk it. If he crits you a few times, you can still be in trouble. Don't get fooled there. 4 region or looking at like 3 silver items on day 4. The board is fine actually. Like it's fine enough. First skill that is good, I take. We're gonna roll very little. Scrummy. A lot of gold. For not enough good reasons. I still wanna roll. Cannot stop me. Okay, now I feel like sad. Really, really sad. I think the red firefly is more important over the mantis. Like for the long run. The question is who's out. this out. How do you think Dooley is? I think Dooley is by far like very clear third place on the rating. But Dooley is still fine because people have not optimized the other two heroes like Vanessa and Pygmalion too much. Like not the chunk of ghosts you're phrasing. And also Dooley has the upside in comparison, especially to pick to be a fast hero. So for ladder purposes, Dooley is, getting like a huge upside there. Yeah, so Pygmalion is the strongest hero, Vanessa is the second best hero, if people play those two heroes to perfection. And then Dooley is the third best hero. Fortunately for me, people have to learn this patch, basically, so far. We have to, get a little bit gold running here. I can't go shopping and do stuff. Health, though, is too important. Yeah, I think Mac is the weakest this patch, yes. I mean, I may be wrong a little bit on the Mac, but I have had like not too much issue with Mac on this server. But even on the staging server, where people understood the Mac expansion, I only lost to the one or two Macs when they like peaking, like strength wise, but often they're not peaking. I mean, I do think the package of new items on Mac are top notch, okay? Like if you have the full expansion, like if I have a stash full with all the expansion items on the expansion from Mac, okay? I do think Mac is like probably very, very, very up in the category of S tier, okay? But the thing is, I personally have a hard time finding the consistent line towards those items, and then you lose a lot of time when you don't find all the right pieces. But if you have like the full package, man, you are you're in a good spot. Do I want to spend 6 gold for the high roll? Yes. So how do we feel about Nitro? That's a good item for the future. I mean, just Force Femur is not that hard to find. I mean, honestly, if that is a line, I already hate it because, like, not saying that it's not doable, but for me personally speaking, I really hate the game plan. If a game plan is evolving, finding one item, it's the same on Dooley. If the game plan is find a force field or whatever, I'm already in a bad mood because it's such a hit and miss situation, right? Also, I'm skipping left and right the relaxes here. We could also consider actually the where I should have probably considered more the soldering gun over the multi-tool here. Not so sure whether that was correct. Oof. There's a lot of damage coming in. Ooh, that's a source. That is... Yeah, that source, it has a little bit damage here there, right? Those were like crazy damage numbers too fast. Yeah, I should have taken the relax, huh? I can't afford to roll here. I think the rocket launcher has like got its limit. All the drill is out. Wait, why are we running the drill necessarily? Like, we don't need to force the drill, right? Yeah, this makes more sense. I think I screwed up there having the drill on the board. That was a... I didn't think that through. Okay, so let me like there's just like it's like bad excuse, but I didn't think it through, right? It was a force of habit. Like I just looked at the board without thinking about it. There was a drill on the left, and I'm like, yeah, that's correct, right? But in hindsight, I should have never had the drill there, okay? Like I should have never had the drill here. I should have always had these two items on the board. And then don't know if I would have won the last fight, but I would have been for sure significantly stronger there. Still upping the drill once here for the future. But yeah. That was not a good line there in hindsight. I mean, I'm like willing to say this is unlosable. Like, also we lost quite a bit here, right? Like 2 rounds, day 1 and day 6, right? In day 6 I should have had like a better board and taken a relax. So I think that is a loss that is totally on me. We're not ever upgrading a rocket launcher past silver. It's too expensive and not worth the effort. We're looking for holsters. He's like saying I'm a holster vendor. And sometimes rocket boots. Heal is S tier. Putting that on the ignition core. It's looking, I don't see any notifications at the moment from the patch, right? So we can upgrade whatever we want, and I think the answer here is like as easy as it gets. It's a core. What's the best Dooley board right now? I think best is not average, okay? Like, it's like really hard to answer the question because this is like your average Dooley board, and it's like what you're like looking for and what is like consistently achievable. Like every game is like sort of this ish of a board, right? That's like something like doable, right? So this is the best board in case of you want to try to replicate it every game. For all I care if winning is your main premise. Okay? So that's that. But this is not the best board if I have like my I can wish every item and every enchant in the book here, okay? That's like a different story. But that is not happening often. You don't have a poison item. So like that is happening like once every week or so by playing like quite a bit, I would say. So high stealing potential. So like I think you have rigged, you have like sort of Chimera, and then getting one-shotted here if we're not killing fast enough, and I don't know if I kill fast enough. And then you have like fiber optics on the right and the coolant on the left. And then you have your ignition core with probably shield. And then you have Yellow Mantis, Firefly. You have Slow Enchanted, Metronome, and you have a Drill. And then you have your something Chimera here. In between something here, so it's not like screwing you up on the positioning with the rigged, so you're instantly going off. And then you're just like having like hotspot and up, I don't know, probably a heal enchanted drill and something enchanted fiber optics, and then you have like a start of combat perma freeze, full drill setup, you're healing, shielding, killing opponents and left and right. But that's like a lot of wishful thinking here. 610, thank you so much for the 3 months of support and welcome. Hello, 610. Very, very happy to have you here as per usual. Um, so yeah, welcome everyone. Did you hear about another patch? Yes, I heard about it, but it got delayed a little bit. And Snazer is like hopefully streaming a lot more. He's like not salty anymore. So that is like a really good premise for um me streaming again really regularly. I mean, I will have tomorrow daytime, like on the day, a little bit of like stuff to do. But I will stream on Sunday the whole day, and I will probably stream in the evening tomorrow as well. And I will also try to stream regularly close to daily again. I have been like grinding the last 2 weeks. Like I have like holding rank. Like I've been holding rank 2 for the last season, like the whole season. So I've been playing quite a bit. I just like were too salty to stream because I was frustrated with like different balancing stuff and people telling me that bugs were too strong and deserved the nerf they got. So hello Locavor, welcome. Very happy to see you. Work is fine. Real life is a lot better, and balance with Rick being finally something adjusted. I am also like a lot more chill. Um, I will catch up with the chat. Rip Squad, thank you so much for the prime as well. Thank you so much for your generous support. I hope you're doing well. Uh 1 second. I should let's go shopping. I need to put on light in the room. It's getting dark. It's hard to uh see me here. Who is in a fight? 1 second. Not beatable. Let's go here. 1 second. We'll be right back and then catch up with the chat. Alrighty. So The question is, how often do you get out of the core on average, like selling it for Dualtron? I don't play Dualtron much or at all. The reason is I don't have like an easy way to consistently set it up, and therefore it's not like in the option. I'm just like running my ignition core through, like probably 95% or even higher. Let's take a relax. 16 is here, so you know I need to behave a little bit more on the relaxes. And hello, ask for welcome, welcome. Um, how does the game choose your PvP opponent? By day. So basically, has the core like has someone else already faced the ghost? And if not, basically the question is um was like recently someone played this board on that day, and then someone is facing it and taking it out of the pool. So it's just like daily on the day based, and every ghost gets used once and then deleted, and you get replaced. I hope that made sense, at least enough. No, you're not getting rolled by stronger boards. Like that's a like obviously sometimes you have like a streak of like very unfortunate, very strong opponents. That is something you have to accept sometimes. But general speaking, it's everything is good and fair. Isn't it drilling time with Venom? Pretty sure it's not. I don't have enough activations. Basically, I already know that I don't have enough activations here. Like the drill is nerfed. Um, and we don't have hotspot. We don't have like enchanted metronome. We don't have a drill enchanted. Like I'm already pretty confident that it's not. It's a little bit of a different story now. Let's talk this through, okay? Um, fair enough. So probably this has to be on the board for this. So now, since we are having this one, we're hasting like a million times here. Maybe. Let's never upgrade the drill here, right? The 1 second doesn't matter. So it's always all in. I don't think I like the poison too much. I do like the freeze. Ooh, burn enchant? Alrighty, now it's drill time, okay? Now it's definitely drill time, sir. Fiber optics. Do they change anything? I think golden fiber optics don't necessarily change anything here. It's also, honestly, losing. I mean, I don't know. Probably it's not. Honestly, though, wait. Shit. Something like this, maybe. The more I think about it. It's nothing is pretty, but in the end, I think pretty doesn't matter here. Do you get assigned when you go start your day? I don't know when you get the assignment. I think it's more when you click on the button start the PvP fight. Or been missing your stream, sir. Thank you so much. Welcome, coolest. Also, I think we are a little bit in trouble territory here. But yes. Remember my talk, like for those very few people that tuned in early, about polarizing matchups and stuff that you cannot change? Health drops, this here. It's out of my control. Like, I will never win those fights as a Dooley. That's like set in the stone. Let me try to catch up a little bit with the chat now. Have you run viruses? No, I don't like virus. 50 minutes now on the downtime. Okay. How good is Venom really here? I think Venom is fine. It's another drill activation. I don't like. I do like another drill activation here. I mean, thick hide, hardly working. I can already see where this is going, right? I don't know if we're winning this. I mean, the freeze here is as top notch as it gets. You know, what is Dooley doing here? He says, please give me an easier opponent. That is what Dooley is doing here. Well, I should have taken haste, huh? I will enable the VOD after the stream. I made like a very small talk about meta and balancing. One diamond coolant away from greatness. We are. Drill's still the best. I mean, this game turned out to be a drill game, and I think like a few games still like turn out to be a drill game, but it's not like necessarily the case. Multiple options here, right? We can go for a burn skill, and we can hope Greasefire or Hotspot is there for the drill, and then haste and stuff is going crazy, right? Um, that's option A. Option B is we say we will find a coolant soonish, right? Like optimistically, and then there is here my shatter, and then I go crazy on the scaling. But I do think when we have a coolant, we win, and shatter is just win more, and we're scaling anyway significantly enough from the burning rage. So how much are we hasting here? Bit. It's also more scaling, but it's like a win more situation. I think shield is maybe better than like 5% there. So how do we feel about second drill? I think we're never running a second drill, right? I think we can like comfortably say this thing. Okay. Yeah, I agree, Logovor, that Rigged and Rust are like changed. I mean, they're still like super strong. And like if you have Rigged and holsters, like it's still like kind of the same-ish. So, maybe even better. Oof. Well, 7 wins is a win these days, right? Like we just have to accept that we are playing a little bit more coin flippy, and unfortunately, this was not a 10 winner. Like if that was like though a coolant, we would have won, right? Like it was a coolant away from getting to 10 wins probably. So here's what it is. Like Dooley cannot like say like a win streak like 10 times in a row, I would say. Like I'm comfortably telling you already that Dooley is probably not strong enough to say like no matter who plays Dooley, that you're getting lucky enough to get like probably 10 or more than 10 wins in a row. I think that is not doable on crit skills are not the best ones, I can tell you. Taking Dave because he's a friend and we didn't see a rocket launcher there. Still okay there. I mean, I don't know what you mean, chess master. And also, I read the comment there, Vampire Dooley. I don't remember engaging with it. I was really thankful for the great lengthy comment, and also I I enjoyed also vibing with you yesterday in the evening. No, this morning, right? I was this morning technically. So yeah, I enjoyed the vibing with you, and yeah, hope you uh, still enjoy Dooley. I don't think a small item changes my outcome unless it's an Aiden here. Strength is at least something for tomorrow and help me significantly improve my odds against the warrior. Though we haven't picked 1 XP option yet anyway, so we'll see. I mean, early crit on the micro Dave, and we may get there. Yeah, okay, we're not getting there. It's fine. Like we had like bad starting skills. Nothing I can do about that. All right, this is not doing a lot. Are we somehow able to say sometimes we're beating a border? So this 1 2. So after 4 seconds, we charged it 3 times, right? So after 4 seconds, I poison for 10, and then 13. So 13 burn, not poison, burn. 13 burn after 4 seconds, right? And then decay of 8, and then 13 more, which means 21. And then after 4 seconds, it's 29. And then we have 2 more seconds before we die. Sure. I think that's enough. The burn numbers are high enough, and we're starting a little bit faster than the usual rocket launcher, right? So we're making up for that a little bit. And then we may crit sometimes, and he may not crit like all the time. I mean, I want to point this out, right? That was a 30%er into a 30%er. Because I have region, so we're surviving here quite a bit. Like we were. Oh, I love it. One less crit there, and we're probably having at least a chance. But whatever, is what it is. And this is why I haven't been streaming. It's really hard not to tilt here. We're still probably getting 7 wins and stuff, but this is not a 10-win run. And again, I would say there's nothing you can do about that. You know, you have to take like your 1 in 10 to the face there. Gets the love. The 2 on the lighter, because that will stay around for the longest. Hmm. We are compensating a little bit with the golden chocolate for not leveling and board space. At some point, there will be a weapon on our board, right? Horticulus says Mac is good and fun to play. Mm. Probably. Like I agree. At some point, we need to find a weapon here. What do you do if you can't choose Ignition Core? I think it's a Weaponized Core and the Core that are runner-ups for me, but also a few changes are making the Companion Core a lot more appealing, or appeal to me. I though have not had enough experience, and I do think I don't like it too much because it's at least partly evolving around hitting the pieces, and you can like miss on the friends. There is a higher risk, I think. Um, so yeah, I don't know. On this hotfix particular though, it's really hard to say. Because like it's still like not fully settled. I would probably pick the core, but if you have like a lot of burn items, the game is for some reason seemingly giving you quite often the ignition core. We lost the first two dice, getting screwed over, but now we're recovering for our 7 wins, and then we will see what's up. And the thing is, people tell me they're missing like a lot of it on the ignition core, but do you go for gold skills and like all the burn items you can see? Like that's a huge, like a big question, because I feel like when you have like a lot of burn stuff, the game is like favoring you a little bit towards the ignition core. Like otherwise, I don't know. Like I'm not saying you can't break, but I've not been breaking in so much time that I'm starting to get the feeling there is a little bit of favorism going on one way or the other. Yeah, what I want to say is like it's not a 1 in 6. Okay, like I'm saying like probably there is a chance that you can break. It's not 1 in 6. Like it's for sure. I can convincingly say it's not 1 in 6 for me. Like and yeah, like I'm putting out for a fact that it's not 1 in 6 for me because I think I have like so many games now where I did always like see it in a row that the odds should be probably in the 1% area. So it's more likely that you get a little bit of favorism there. I should have went for the chocolate. Pretty good skills. We have a problem, sir. which is the direction we want to go. And it also depends a little bit like how we looking in the future, okay? So Shatter is the we want to go for the long run, okay? And we're gonna say we have to probably realistically not go to day 12, but we have to go to day 14, okay? So because we lose 1 or 2 more rounds, and then if we want to go for 10 wins, we're not winning on day 12, we're winning on day 14. Okay, realistically, that's the case. And if that realistically is the case, Shatter and Coolant and Drill are the way to go because this is not day 14 material, okay? Let's be real. On the other hand, this is not doing anything for us for the foreseeable future, okay? We don't have a Coolant, we don't have a Drill, we're like far off the mark to get any value out of this. Then these two are more interesting. That's a long freeze on a femur. And that's a lot of burn. That's a lot burn. Tempo is king, a lot of burn is good. Let's not lose our mantra here. So the what? Okay, so calendar Greco. So the what is command is more like for my tautology usage because sometimes I say like 30 health or slowly health or 10 gold is 10 gold to emphasize the value out of 10 gold in that situation, for example. And therefore there is this tempo is tempo, and you know, so on. Anyway, this Dave has been with us for a long time now, but he's still not getting upgraded. Unlike robotics factories. Sure as hell like this one. Close to cutting the Dave here then, right? Righty. So how much time do we have? 18 minutes until the server goes down. So maybe we're able to finish the run if we're playing, fast and steady here. Never haste. S tier. Alrighty. So, is this good enough to justify a 14-second shield enchanted drill on the board? 2 haste procs here and here, a little bit here. Quite a bit of burn. I mean, it's probably the best we're having. Like, in comparison, it's for sure the best, right? Let's not hit ourselves here. Why do the server goes down? Probably because small adjustments on the servers themselves and a client-side patch, like server and client-side patch. And maybe also some balancing, we will see, but that is something they could do on the air nowadays, so we will see. That shield was clutch, yeah. Haste item. Sure. Hmm. Yeah, I hope they smooth the game a little bit. Like the game feels like sometimes really buggy, unfortunately, again. We could up the core here, or we can more having like more haste around, but I think haste is already kind of good, and upping the core is upping the core. Let's look for fiber optics here. Armor holsters. There is a keg. I think it's bait. Diamond keg, you say? Yes, I do say diamond keg, but then we're not Vanessa. We're not fast enough. Okay, like at the moment, like Keg is doing stuff for us, we're already in the mid range fight that we're winning anyway in most cases, and we're not like having the very 3-second Keg start and kill your opponent that Vanessa has. So on Dooley Keg is a little bit different, and I do have, I think, better options because the moment my Keg goes off, I probably win anyway. Was it worth to go to Mag Shop to the Runic? I think like if I have to choose here, I still prefer the holsters over the Runic, and I can sometimes make use of the Clamara. So I have like 2 hits on the Vanessa shop. Hmm. And well, yo, hello Foing, welcome, welcome. How are you, sir? Long time no see. It was more my fault though, to be honest. But anyway, welcome, welcome. Happy to have you here. So the question was if I want to have the this one here, maybe like it has to be like perma hasting on this side on the core, right? Like that is like non-discussable. So they're out of the discussion. Um, so it's maybe not hasting the nitro and then hasting the coolant here. Doing quite all right. Happy to hear. Happy to hear. Thank you so much. Um, me like life is fine. I've been still like without streaming, playing quite a bit off stream, but I didn't feel like streaming because I was too tilted most of the time and too salty, and I didn't want to convert into a Reynard the full cycle. Um, but yeah, doing fine. Let's try this again. Oof, that's a lot of poison coming my way, and a lot of freeze coming my way, and a lot of scaling coming my way. Somehow, in the end, we prevailed. Mod is moderator, Peter. There are just moderators, as you. That took a little bit of time, sir. A12. You can see now the client is also bugging out here on my side. It's like getting longer and longer on the delay for the fights. I think it's like a weird memory leak if I had to guess. Like, it's not like a biggest memory leak, definitely something fishy if I had to guess. Because it's like I think not a server issue, it's a client issue. But yeah. Hmm. Last row, right? A light down the rabbit hole. So was I red already? I mean, we will see. Technically, we have 5 more minutes, don't we? 4. So did they preemptively change it on the Discord, or are the servers down? The slow here is just like the memory stuff. I have to relog. I'm not. We were not going through this for another. I mean, I don't know what is faster, relogging or enduring this leak here. Minutes. I think technically we should be able to get to the last PvP fight and win this, and then, make a on point, punctual finish on this run, but we will see. I mean, I do like before servers go down and stuff changes to finish runs. Not gonna lie. Let's hope they're just like not pressing the button like 2 minutes too early. Fiber optics. Whatever, right? Yeah. It is whatever. Let's go. Well, that's fun, isn't it, right? I mean, maybe we're having enough shield. We're not having enough shield for that. Not in a million years. And we can't we can't freeze it, right? We can't prevent the kill. Nice. We are 4K shield away. Like, that was not that far off the mark, to be fair. I always wanted to have a shiny Metro. So how about switching stuff? Looks like something something. Right? I know I lose technically also something something of activations, but that's like a little bit less something something. Also, if the servers go down, we lost the speed run. We can't get one-shotted by Property Baron. What's the espresso counter today? I mean, that's a little bit question what today counts, right? If today includes last night, whew, I'll have no idea. Probably 30, right? Um, like if it's like the physical day started at midnight this morning. If we're saying today, as in when I like, okay, now the servers are down, right? At least we have to restart, but I would wager the servers are down now. Um, if it's like today in the morning, like when I woke up this morning, I just like had like 2 espressi counters, so 12 since I got up at 4 p.m. in the evening after sleeping for a few hours. See if we can still finish the run. Candyvan, if you're here, 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes, Candyvan, just for me. It's 10 p.m. in the evening. I mean, it's if I say evening, it's the same. But yes, it's 10 in the evening. Drug activations is the reason. Also, you know, oh, this is a build. Let's go. I would say Vanessa, I'm not like super scared of because we have freeze and quite a bit of defense lines here. I mean, even if Kek is coming, okay, like. Okay. I don't know. We're not perma freezing, right? So screw me, right? Well, life is life. I mean, we never saw fiber optics this game or the last game. So without fiber optics, past day 10. What else to say? Alrighty. Since now the server downtime was delayed, I think I think I'm gonna soonish at least end the stream here. We're not starting obviously a new run. And not gonna lie, I was kind of rooting against you for being a smug right there. Ah, yeah, it's okay. What's my like? Look, we're not getting the wishlist stuff, right? Like wishlist would be something of make like a lot of items playable. Like you could like, for example, give the race a lot of buffs, make them you know like old race. I think that would be kind of fine-ish, right? Like those things for Dooley. If it's about adapting stuff, I think like the scaling of speedrunner is like scary. People haven't fully realized. I think it's called speedrunner, right? So probably speedrunner needs to get like not a like steady increase on how much it charges. If those things happening, so that is something. I also think the numbers of drum need to be lower, okay? Like haste, all I care, get like perma haste out, but the numbers on drum and fitness, they are a little bit high, right? Like I don't know why drum has like these high of the numbers, and it's like every weapon, like whenever a weapon procs gets 10 damage, like look at the numbers on drums, okay? That's a little bit stuff. I hope they bring back bugs. I mean, I gave up on that hope, okay? Like you, me, and probably 2 other people in this like community will tell you bugs are fine, and then the rest of the world is against us, so I gave up on that. I don't think we will ever see our bugs back. Like, it ain't happening. And now, especially since the robotics factory is unnerved at Diamond, I mean, at least it is a Diamond, you know? But it's showing up quite a bit, and if bugs are unnerved, man, people are gonna complain. Um, So very happy to see you also, Surreal. Welcome, welcome. And servers are dead. Also, yeah, obviously quality of life improvements on memory leak and disease and rollbacks are probably also pretty nice if they address it and get another fix in there. So yeah, we will see. Alrighty. Um, I think that's it then for tonight. I initially planned to stream a few more hours, like 2, 3 more hours, but um, if the downtime is a little bit more and I already have like 3 hours into the stream, um, I think we are fine to cut it here. I will try to stream tomorrow in the evening. Um, and I will guarantee though stream on Sunday and Monday and next week. So promise there on my side. And yeah, I wish you all the best. Have a great day or evening. Let's hope everything is going smooth. And I wish you all the best. I'm I want to point this out, okay? Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in again. Like I have been slacking on the streaming. I think it was a better decision because otherwise my stream would have been super salty, and I don't want to be a salty, like negative, aggressive streamer. But I'm very, very, very happy that all of you are just like back here as if I was never taking a break. So thank you so much for this great opportunity. Thank you so much for the follows. Thank you for your support. Also, thank you, me. I somehow missed you. Again, it's like reoccurring also that I sometimes miss you when you're donating stuff. I feel always like a little bit sad if I miss that. So yeah, thank you so much. Um, Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for the follows. Thank you so much for the kind words. I very much missed streaming. Like on the other hand, like like it both it's a duality. And yeah, I wish you all the best. Much love. All the best, and hopefully see you again soon.